Hey everyone, and welcome to the P-Wing. If you know me just a little bit, you know that I'm a huge fan of gaming music. I'm talking about music in game all the time, almost in Zelda games, in Xenoblade, Undertale, and games like that. And I always talk about how the music make me live, can make me feel the game even more in if you just play the game and don't listen to the music. Music have a huge impact for me when I'm playing a game. Sometimes if the music is bad, it can take me out of the game and I have a hard time to enjoy a game. It's that crazy. So yeah, I was thinking it was fun to talk about 5 songs in the Mario universe that made a huge impact for me. These 5 songs is not necessarily my favorite tracks from the Mario series, but it's 5 tracks that had made me every time I listen to the tracks, it reminds me of something in my life. Some of the things are happy and good memories, but some of the songs are two of the songs is reminds me of a hard time in the life and actually a very tragic story. So this is a little disclaimer. If you have a hard time to listen to some hard stories, don't see this video because we are touching on some hard subjects. But yeah, I know many of you may not can understand why these songs mean something to me, but I will try to explain why they mean so much for me. And yeah, we are going to talk deep tonight. We are very close to Super Mario Bros. Wonder, so I was thinking it was a fun topic to talk about my 5 songs from the Mario universe that had the most impact on my life. So yeah, let's start out with place number 5. Cheers. At place number 5 we have Super Mario Sunshine Delfino Plaza original soundtrack. And when I'm done talking about the soundtrack, we will listen to it together, a bit of it, and then maybe I can talk a little bit why it means so much for me in the meantime. But the reason why this song has a huge impact for me is because I was daydreaming about the Nintendo GameCube all the time. And normally my big brother and we was sharing our Nintendo machines, the NES, the Super NES, the Nintendo 64. But the GameCube was the first time where my brother didn't wish a new Nintendo machine. He was growing up and he was more into his friends and going out of town and drinking and things like that. But the GameCube was a console that I really was looking forward to. I think I was around, 12 years old, I think. And I was daydreaming about Super Mario Sunshine. It was looking so good. And we didn't get a lot of games or machines when we were young. We only get present when we had birthday or Christmas. So I had to wait a bit before I could get the before I could get the GameCube. And I remember that I was standing at Toys R Us and was looking at the GameCube stand they have where you could play Super Mario Sunshine, and there was a line where the kids was waiting to play the new game, and I was like, oh man, this game looks so good. And I was like, oh, the graphic is awesome. And it sounds weird, but I have so many great memories that I was child standing in line and was talking to the other kids. And I remember I was just looking at the shelf where the GameCube games was and the GameCube, and I was thinking maybe I'm lucky that I will get it for Christmas. And my dad, he was like, it's very expensive, and we can see if we have money enough. And actually, it was too expensive for my dad to get it for Christmas. So he was like, I know it's a sad thing, but you have birthday soon after Christmas, so if we can share your birthday and Christmas together, I can afford it. And I was like, yeah, Dad, that will be a huge surprise for me if I can get it. And he was like, okay, we have a deal then. So I remember the Christmas Eve where I got my GameCube and opened Super Mario Sunshine, and it was like, damn, I was always just dreaming about it. And I remember when I was standing in line in the Toys R Us, it was the Delfino Plaza soundtrack I heard all the time, and I was just let me play. So this soundtrack reminds me of the journey for me to get the Nintendo GameCube and all my daydreams. And I was like, I remember in that period I didn't connect with the friends in the schoolyard, and I was in my own world at that time, and I was just thinking about games and thinking about what if Pokemon was real and I could get some Pokemon, and I was in love with Misty from Pokemon. I was a weird kid, but yeah, it reminds me of that part. But let's listen to the song, and let me thinking about my childhood again. Yeah, let's go. It just make me happy. I'm thinking about sun and drinks and me standing in the line. At number 4 over the melodies from Super Mario games that had made a huge impact for me is a sad story. And yeah, when I was in the it's a song that I love to listen to, but sadly it reminds me of a tragedy in my childhood life, and a very sad story for other people's too. It's a story that shocked the town I was living in, and it made huge scars on many people. And I know one of my good friends, he was very close to both of the kids, and he uh, he he haven't been in totally controlling in himself after that tragedy. But I'm talking about the castle theme in Super Mario World. And the reason why this melody it reminds me of a tragedy is because that when we were done in school, after school we were getting over to a club where all the children could play and have a fun time with each other. And there was two kids, two brothers. And one of the brothers, I talked to him a lot, and he was the class over me, but he loved Super Mario. And I remember we was playing over in the club. We had a Super Nintendo, and we was playing the Super Mario World. And every time we got to the castle, we couldn't clear the first castle, and we listened to the music all the time. And he was like, "I love this soundtrack," and I was, "Yeah, it's one of the best soundtrack I ever heard." Even when I was a child, I loved the soundtrack. It, yeah, but sadly, then the tragedy happened, and there's a murder called Peter Lundin, and sadly he was killing the two brothers and their mother the last day after we were going to summer break from school. And I remember I was reading the newspaper, and I couldn't believe my eyes. They were killed by the murder, and but yeah. But every time I play Super Mario World, that is one of my favorite 2D play. It's one of my sorry, damn. I was thinking I was ready to talk about this, but even though it's around, I don't know, 13 years ago, no, 23 years ago. Oh, I'm old. It still make a shockwave through my body. But every time I play the game and I listen to the castle music, it reminds me of him. And I think it's a great soundtrack. And remember, I always, every time I think about Brian, his name was Brian, and the other brother was Dennis. Every time I'm thinking about Brian, I see a tragedy, but when I listen to this song, I see his smiling face, and that makes me happy. So every time I play the Super Mario World and listen to the castle music, it reminds me of a good time where he was happy, and before the crazy sick person got into his life. And yeah, rest in peace, Brian and Dennis, and Mariana was the mother. But yeah, The song is great, but listen to the song, and I will try to see Dennis and Brian's smile. I love this part. This is the best part. Got chills. I got chills, guys and girls. At place number 3 over songs that made a huge impact on me, we have Super Mario 64 Bowser's Road. And this song, I had this song over my top 10 best soundtracks of all time. But you still have to have a huge impact on my life, and that's actually the reason. The reason why this song have a huge impact on my life and on this list is because it's one of the best soundtrack ever made. And I remember the first time you were going through the first time you were seeing Bowser and you have to go through his level. It was like the first time I was playing a 3D game, and the road up to Bowser was epic, and then you saw Bowser afterwards, and then every time I was on the road to Bowser, it was just cool soundtrack. It was epic. It was like a banger, and it was just, yeah, listen to the song. It's one of the best songs ever made. I really love it. Let's listen to it. Oh my god, it's so good. This is so epic. On place number 2, or the soundtracks that made a huge impact for my life from the Super Mario games, is the ending song from Super Mario Bros. 3. And as I told you in the last Mario video, I used the ending credits song when I was closing down Nintendo Talk, because I was playing Super Mario Bros. 3 all the time when I was young with my big brother and dad, and we had a hard time to complete the game. And I think I have told this story before, but you get it again. I know many of you are new subscribers, but every time I was playing Super Mario Bros. 3, I always felt this game could never be completed. It was a huge game. You couldn't complete it. It had many worlds, and we were bad at playing. But one day, we were sitting down, and my big brother has a magic touch on the controller, and he was blasting through the game. And I was like, "Oh my God, are we going to see the end?" And then we saw the epic fight against Bowser. And actually, the music against Bowser in Super Mario Bros. 3 is crazy good, crazy good, but it's looping often, so I couldn't put it on the list. But this, when you defeated Bowser, and I was like, what was I, 5 years old when we completed it, and then you saw the credit, and the carpet come over the screen, and you saw all the worlds, the enemies, and I remember I was tearing up because we had played this game so many months, years together, and now it was like, we are done. We are done. And I didn't think about we could replay the game. I was like, oh no, I had such a blast, and what I'm going to do now? My big brother is done playing games, and I was so sad. But then I find out you could just replay the game, and there come new games in the future, so things like that. But this was the first game we ever completed, my big brother and I. And my big brother was the guy who was playing the games, and I was just watching all the time. But yeah, let's listen to the ending credits song from Super Mario Bros. 3, and oh man, this song always make me tears up because it's just like an ending on an epic journey. As a child, for Nintendo Talk, the other my channel before, and yeah, whew, let's listen to it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, and now we hit it. This always made me almost tear up. We're ending a journey. We're ending a chapter. Goodbye, memory with my big brother. Goodbye, Nintendo Talk. Thank you for the journey. Alright, for the last song I had picked for the songs from the Mario series that have made a huge impact for me is the first place, and this melody had a big touch on me, and I know many people don't understand why this melody can be on the list, but you have to remember it's because I connected to other things. And actually, this is not from a mainline Mario game, it's a spin-off game. And when I was young, I was playing at the theater. I loved to make drama and playing other actors and be another character. And I have always loved to take a role for another character and be another person and take a mask on. I don't know, I always loved to be a character on the social media or in television. I made television before, and I made reality. I think my whole life I have been acting a bit. I know many people think they know me after, because they see on Facebook or on YouTube, and And many people are always telling me, wow, Daniel, you are such a person that love to be around people and just love to talk and be social and sharing with all your friends and families and even people you don't know. But actually, I'm a person that love to be at home. I'm not that good together with people. I love to be in my little bubble. And yeah, I'm good to talk to the camera and be on social media. But in the real world, I'm not good with people. I'm like, oh, don't come too close. And I don't have many friends actually. I have some people I call friends, but close friends, it's very rare I have close friends, because I don't know. I think I'm a person that push people away if they come too close, and I don't know. But yeah, the reason why I'm just rambling. But the reason why this song made a huge impact on me was because at this time I was bullying at the school because I was fat and I was very tall, and some people say they saw me masturbate under the class, and I didn't do that. And many people was saying that I was gross and I was just jerking it off, and it made me very sad. And I was pushing up through the wall, and I was going. Yeah, I was. It was a hard time in that period. You have to understand, I was only around 11, 10 years old, and when people are putting out the rumor that you are masturbating under the class, it's not fun for a child. It was a sick thing. But then I was going to the theater, and I loved to put a mask on, and then I was playing Paper Mario, one of the best games of all time, and I was come to the Star Summit in Paper Mario, the Shooting Star Summit in Paper Mario, where it's pretty close at the beginning. And I remember we have premiere on the new act we are going to show to many people and things like that. And I was practicing my things, what I'm going to say. And it was the first time I have to stand in front of people and show what I could do with the acting. And then I got my first anxiety attack. I think it's called that in English. I'm not sure actually, but I have fighting through anxiety my whole life almost, and it started at that moment where I was getting bullied, and I got a huge press on me because I have to perform in front of many people. And then I was playing Paper Mario, and the panic attack started, and I couldn't breathe. I was like panicking, and I was sitting up in my room, and my dad come up, and he was like, breathe and take it slowly. And he was sitting with me, and we was playing through a little bit more of Paper Mario. And then we hit the Shooting Star Summit, and then the music hit. And it was like the music, I got chills. The music made me relax. I know this song isn't a huge thing for many people, but this melody, it made me relax and reminds me of the first time I got a panic attack or called anxiety attack. And it will always remind me that you have to breathe, and you have people around you that care for you. And I think maybe it was one of the first time that I experienced that that games can make me relax and heal me in some kind of way. So yeah, let's listen to the song, and after that, let's end the video. thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. We hit some tough topic, and I hope that you can accept some of the topics that I talked about. It's my life in many ways, and I love to share it with you guys. And I really want to make this channel a personal channel in many ways. So thank you so much if you have watched the whole video, and I'm so much looking forward to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. We are very close. Thank you so much for watching. This was Daniel from the P-Wing. See you all very soon. Purple love to you all. Bye.